What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
UFC is back this Saturday with UFC 236. Maybe the first pay-per-view on ESPN. I don't know. I haven't checked into it yet. But UFC 236 from Atlanta, Georgia. I have a feeling is going to be an insane card. I'm very much looking forward to the main event. Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier for it's a rematch. First off, but it's for the is it vacant? No, it's interim lightweight belt. Khabib, maybe a little bit unsportsmanlike after his championship win, got a suspension. Belt is as always interim belts. They come. I don't mind. I don't care. There seems to be like a huge argument, at least with MMA media. I don't know how much. It's like, okay, the belt's going to be gone for a while. It's like a 5-round fight. I'd rather see a 5-round fight, especially, it's going to be the main event anyway, but yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Khabib is out for a while. They fight later. I don't really like when they win the interim belt and then they never get a chance to fight to unify the belts. That's kind of annoying. But other than that, that's, who knows. With some of those people, it's very political. Like, a lot of people think they're Conor McGregor, and negotiating has become, I think, part of the problem, which I don't mind because I'm glad fighters are getting paid more. But the more people you have that are getting better at negotiating different things, you're going to start seeing different. That's a whole new mix mash in the algorithm of UFC. But anyway, Holloway Poirier. Holloway, my pick is Holloway, by the way. I don't know if you knew this. I think Holloway, pound for pound. Previously, I was John Jones all day, pound for pound. And John Jones, I think, still is going to be undefeated. I haven't seen anybody get close to defeating him. The sad thing is, his performances, he's not like finishing people. I guess he is. But but they just, I don't know. They haven't felt like Max Holloway's fights feel like he's at the same level of untouched. He gets hit a little bit more maybe than John Jones does, so that's going to play against him. And maybe some injuries for Holloway, maybe that could sideline him. But pound for pound, by far, so much more excited to watch Holloway fight than, even though I'm still excited to watch. It's just with Holloway, it's just, I don't know. There's just so much. He's just amazing. He's amazing to watch in his fights. And he's finishing people dominantly, calling the round, telling the commentators, this is the round. Crazy. Poirier's great too. Don't get me wrong. I love both of these guys. I just think Holloway is like at a level that we'll see if it changes. I think he's going to be even healthier, even more of a beast at lightweight because he cut so much to get to featherweight. But for sure, I'm going Holloway. That's going to be an insane fight. And then the co-main for middleweight, Israel Adesanya is back against Kelvin Gastelum. Israel had a crazy fight against Anderson Silva, despite not necessarily the most exciting. It was just a lot of like feints and anticipation, and they threw, and it was just like, it was the best kind of version of like a Bruce Lee movie where they're legitimately fighting and landing stuff, but you see the complexity in like them also not getting hit, and it's just amazing. This one I think is going to be different because Adesanya and Gastelum, slightly different styles. Gastelum more boxing style. Adesanya more like ninja qualities. A lot of spinny shit. A lot more diverse striking from Adesanya. The ground game, Gastelum's got wrestling, so he might be trying to take Adesanya down. But I have a feeling Adesanya's been, he seems to be humble about his abilities and wanting to get better, and I'm sure he's working. I don't know where his ground level's at. Gastelum works with 10 Planet, with Eddie Bravo, so I know he's got some game. But I have a feeling it's going to stay standing. Gastelum loves to stand. Adesanya loves to stand. But sometimes when you get that mix, it ends up going to the ground. but I have a feeling this one's going to be amazing. I got Adesanya for the win on this one. I just think he's got more tools in the tool chest and keep a better range with his kicks to avoid some of Gastelum's striking, and then also just avoiding takedowns. I think Adesanya is going to be good at avoiding any takedowns. But who knows? I could be wrong. Next up, it's Khalil Roundtree versus Eric Anders. I got Roundtree in this one. He's only lost to tough people and has had more difficult fights, I believe, than Eric Anders. And Anders is coming off of 2 losses. So I think maybe the UFC is just like giving him one more test before they let him go. So I got Roundtree on that one for the light heavyweight. Then next up in welterweight, we have Alan Jouban coming back against Dwight Grant. I believe Grant's from the show, the Dana White Contender Series. Could be wrong. There's a lot of great people coming from those shows, so if it is, I could be wrong in this pick, but I'm going with Jouban just because he has... Jouban's tough. He's been caught a couple times, but he's like... I think he's been gone for a little bit. It feels like. I could be wrong, but it feels like Jouban's been gone, maybe dealing with some injuries. Maybe it was a USADA thing that just didn't get announced. But I would assume maybe injuries or something like that. And healing up, maybe training, adding more to his game. Maybe he felt like he needed to shore up some holes. But I think he's had a bunch of fights in the UFC already. Grant is fairly new. So I think the experience for Jouban's going to win out. I mean, he's proven his toughness. He's proven his abilities. And if he's been adding to that or just getting healthy or just fixing things and getting better, then I think he's got it. But I could be wrong. And last up on the main card is OSP versus Nikita Krylov. Ovince St. Preux, the man of the Von Flue choke, but they're calling it the OSP now, I think. But I got OSP. I just like he's tough to deal with. Krylov has been doing really good, but I think just OSP is when he got all the hype a couple years ago when he's like, oh, John, like everybody was looking for the John Jones killer. And OSP got that label for a bit. And I mean, they even fought. And it wasn't super impressive for John Jones, even though it was a late replacement he took for OSP, which nobody talks about. They just say he looked bad, but a lot of people look bad. I mean, you look at TJ Dillashaw when he fought that one kid for, like, out of nowhere. They dropped out, like, the night before, and somebody from the undercard fought for the belt. And TJ didn't look amazing. He didn't look like a world beater. He won. But, yeah. So, I got OSP in this one. I don't know if he'll get it by the Von Flue choke. I don't know. That would be amazing, though, if he got another one. He'd be like the Ronda Rousey of that choke. And it's a crazy choke. Because so many people do it where they hold on to the head and they get the other person gets in the better positions on top and just ends up choking him out with their own stupidity, which I'm sure a lot of jiu-jitsu is kind of that idea. On some level. But anyway, UFC 236, the whole card, there's a bunch of fights on there that look great. Yeah, so it's also going to be interesting. They keep sending Max Holloway to cold places to fight, and this is a warm place. I don't think that'll be any different, but maybe we'll see even better Max Holloway. I'm super excited for these fights, though. Definitely excited. But that's it for this episode of this show. New episodes come out daily. Subscribe on IGTV and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Inspireddisorder.com for all of my original artwork. Go buy some paintings for your walls at home. At Ray Taylor for me on all social media. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out!